Okay, hello everyone. This is a BIBA online teaching game review. I just finished the game with Andy. We played 4 stones and 30 points reverse coming game. Hello Andy. So I'm gonna review the game now. We just finished. Actually, Andy lost by time, but the game was already better for me. But anyway, it was a good game. So let's see. So 4 stones and reverse komi 30 points. Andy played in C group last month, yeah. So most of the time with C group players we play with 4 stones and 30 points reverse komi. We could give more handicap, but I think it's better to have only 4 stones. There is more to learn and some reverse komi. Yeah. Okay, so I start. So normally the attach isn't that common, but possible. Maybe just answer, but also possible to attach. But in this shape, Andy connected here, but actually you should just connect this one. Because when you connect here, like in the actual game, then when I defend my weakness, there is a cut at R4. So of course it's better to defend that cut. And later I still have to worry and maybe play something on the lower side, but then you don't have the cut at R4. So, and there is no reason to have a stone at P4. So it's better to connect. I mean, you must connect at R4, okay? But probably if you had connected here, I would try to play a bit more active and do a double approach. But even with the new AI Josekis, I don't know if you remember this shape, but let's say you don't answer and I do a double approach, then it's always this shape. And now black connects all the time. Even without the stone at R6, you should connect. Just remember that. This is not that good because the cut is still there. Okay, so I did the double approach. And now, no, this one is not good. You should wedge. This is normal. And then connect, and I also connect. And now you can descend here. That's an option. So this is like Joseki, but your move, when you play this one, I can wedge instead of you, and then you have so many cutting points. So in the game you just played here, so this is obviously good for white. Suddenly I got a really huge corner, right? But if you defend here, then I can start a fight, which is also not so good. But you can get out like this, so maybe better to resist like this. But yeah, in the game this was a big mistake to play here because I can wedge. You should wedge first. You have the time to wedge first. And if we play like this, maybe if I play this, you can cut, for example, and still block me, so it's okay for you. Yeah, this was a big mistake in the Joseki, so I got a good result. Yeah, this was a little bit painful. And now I'm not sure if this is the best. Making the 3-star formation is also another option, or just make a shimari somewhere like this. I feel like on the left side you are already quite strong, so playing this one is not that important. And one more thing is, which is big, is actually to extend here. This is quite big. Later I played the Atari, and I could make big territory on the lower side. If you play this one, then if I don't answer, probably I don't answer because I have no time, I have to catch up. But this, there is a move you can continue with, is this attach. So yeah, this is also okay. And in this case I can't expect, yeah, big territory on the lower side. So I think there are many big places now, but this one is like kinda not really urgent, but like a special place. The other moves are kinda similar, no matter you play at F17 or O17, but this is a little bit different. Andy wrote he was thinking about this move, so yeah, you can trust yourself, so just play it. Anyway, so play it like this. But in this case, 99% of the cases, you must push first. And if I play here, if you still want to block from the other side, you can play this. But first push. Q17 is very important. You should push first. If you don't push, then it's too easy for white to connect, right? So you should push. And if you still want to block from this side, then just block now. It's a good exchange. Q17 to Q18 is a good exchange for you. But normally, actually, in this situation, most of the time, black plays like this. Black gets the outside, the thickness, and white gets the corner. Also possible for black to play this. Black wants to play like this, and white can cut, but anyway, this is okay. And actually white has to come back eventually, because if I'm not sure if you know, but in this shape, if it's blacks to play, then actually black can play Hane, white defense, and then this is the famous L shape, right? So if black plays Hane from the other side, then white is dead. So white has to come back in this shape. Anyway, so this is a possible way for black to block. And then white has the corner, and black has a nice influence. So, but just remember, push first here, at least. This is quite okay for white. And then this move is small. Now it's small, actually. You should play somewhere else. Yeah, still this is an option, F5, or make a shimari. Or this is not small either. And he wrote that it's his first game with a reverse komi, so he was a bit defensive. Yeah, but there are moves which even with reverse komi or with big handicap must be played. So this kind of move it doesn't matter with whether you have a good position or not. It's the only move first to think about. Yeah, but yeah, maybe you played a bit defensive or passive. That's true. Okay, so now I played the cap, and you answered like this. I'm not sure. I would probably play from this side. Yeah. Anyway, okay, this one and cut. So right now the ladder doesn't work for me. So it was a strong cut. That was a good idea. But now I think, yeah, the next move is definitely strange, because if you don't plan to save this one stone, then you should not cut, I guess. or you should cut in a different way. Sometimes this is an ugly shape, but sometimes this is better because I cannot even try to capture you in a ladder. There is no ladder now. P10 was not the best answer. Sorry, I wasn't sure. You were not sure what's the best answer against P10. And you have many options, but some people even like to play this kind of cap, counter attack. This one is solid. This is again a little bit passive. Anyways, but now you cut, so you must save this stone. You have to fight now. You can play like this. It's not that easy for me either. Maybe if I play here, you can just extend. White is not that strong either here. So you can fight, you should fight. But if you play this, then it's so comfortable for white. I can just capture the stone, and it's a really good result for white, because this was supposed to be your side, right? And I played the cap and settled very easily. So once you cut me, it's a strong move, so I liked it, but you should continue. You should fight. So here, this move, probably better just to defend the corner. You were worried about the group. Yeah, that I understand, but then you shouldn't cut. If you worry about this group, then just don't cut. From the beginning, I mean, from this stage. But if you worry about this group, that's why I actually recommend to play from this side. Yeah, maybe that's the best, then no problem. You supported the other side, which is a bit stronger, I think, and then you started to fight, and then you stopped. It's a bit like, it looks like you are a bit confused what to do. So anyways, yeah, and this one is also quite huge, so actually you could also play here, because if you play here you have like 12 points in the corner, and also some endgame against my side, and now your group is really strong, I mean secured. I cannot attack for sure. This kind of move is not that important. Yeah. I played. But so I decided to play these two moves to try to put some pressure on your group. But if I were you, I would definitely not play at T2. It's very small, and if you worry about your group, then you should think about going out somehow like this. But this is yeah, it's really small. And then I played the Atari, so now I'm aiming to make some big territory on the lower side. S4 you were worried about. So let's say you went out, then I clamp, and you connect. So what can I do? If I connect now, you can just play Atari. This is not so good for white. If I connect, you even have Sente. If you worry about this one, which is possible to play, but you can block, I have to connect. This is Gote for me. Eventually R5 is a Sente move for you, so your shape is very strong. So it's only like stealing some points, but you can go out. You can actually think about attacking my group on the right side, so you don't have to worry about this move now. You can go out also. So let's say if I already closed you, let's say somehow like this, then I understand you play inside and you try to live inside, because there is no way to go out, right? But And now you can worry about also s4, and maybe I can kill you. Yeah, probably I can kill you. But when it's still open to go out, then it's always better to go out. I mean, almost always. Yeah. So this t2 was also a bit too defensive, let's say. So I play. This is a good idea not to answer now. Actually, it's a ponuki, but not that big. And it would be a really good exchange for me if I can get this in sentence. So it was good that you ignored my Atari. Since this stone is not that important now. Anyway, your 2 stones are already dead. So yeah, I like the idea. Oh, Fox is here also. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's always better to go out than live inside. So yeah, this is maybe okay, and then you play this one. Also not that important place. You could defend the upper left corner to make sure it's yours. So this is big. Or you can still think about yeah, playing somewhere here, so this can reduce my lower side. This wasn't that important. I play this. This one is interesting. Actually, in this moment, I kind of regretted that I played this move. I should just play somewhere else and decide later how to play here. So this was a bit too early for me, and you played well. This was good, because after these moves your group is alive already. I can't do anything against it. So in that case I cut, but not so good for me if you are already alive, because it's your turn now. But in this kind of shape it was a bit surprising that you didn't play Atari immediately. This feels so good for black to get this kind of exchange. So you should have just played Atari. It should feel good, right? It's a free Atari. You just extended, so I took my chance and pushed. Now also this one is really big. But yeah, if I jump, this is so painful. But I don't mind you play this. This is not so bad. But when I play this move, I guess you worried about the cut. But if you play here, there is no real cut for me. I can't really cut here now, and it's really annoying if you got to play at L3 as well. So this move, K5, was a really big move. Very important. So defending at G7, you wanted to defend in an active way, but actually it's still a very slack move. Yeah, now is the timing. Now you can play here. This is a very strong move. And eventually aim at playing L3 also. So the problem is that later when I peeped, right, and with one move I can make all the points on the lower side. So that's pretty good for white. So you should play this. And this one, I wasn't sure. I thought you might play from this side. You have a stone already at D13, so you can just block me. This is one option. Or if you play from the other side, you must play this. You must play the double hane. Yeah, G7 is, let's say it's better than J8, but yeah, still slack. So anyways, on the upper side, since you have upper left corner, you have a stone at d13, you should play a bit more aggressive. This move was not the best. If you play the double hane, then I have no choice. I have to capture the one stone, and then you made a big corner, and your stone at k17 is also fine. Probably I have to push. This is okay for black. In the game you played this, and this honey, yeah, I'm not sure if it's the best. Still this one maybe, but or you can play if you want. If you play Atari, I would play Atari. It's getting complicated with the coup. But if you don't play here, then h16 is gonna be very big. So yeah, this is not the best. Or maybe you can just extend. But in this case, I think blocking from c16 was not a good direction. I would probably push once more, and now you can tenuki if you really want, but yeah, this is the big place. Now you played here. Also, I can understand, yeah, you want something on the left side. Does white ever have a choice in double hane, or it's always only one option? You mean after the sun? Here white has no option. If black plays here, white has no option. The only thing is that sometimes, let's take this stone away, and what white can do is not to cut here, but to play this hane, right? And then cut here. So this is another option for white sometimes. I wonder if it's okay now. It's not that okay. Wait, normally, so let's say there are no stones on the left side for black. Then white cuts and black should connect. There is this option, but the left side should be opened. And then this is one Joseki. But you guys should know, if there is a stone on the left side, then when white cuts, black can resist with this kind of move. Now white should extend, and white should connect, and then this extend and cut at f17 becomes miai, kinda. So, but now black can play this because the stone on the left side is helping black. Usually this stone at c9 is at c10, then it's even better. Eventually white has to come back to live in the corner, so this shape is okay for black. White has 4 stones floating on the side, so a little bit heavy. So it depends. Sometimes white can play this one, but it depends on what black has on the left side. So, but normally black has a stone on the left side, and then black is playing the double hane. So in that case, white has no other option but to capture this one stone. Yeah. If no stone on the left side, then white might consider cutting like this. And so if no stone on the left side, then black has no choice but capture the corner. Okay, but good question anyways. So here, but this is big. Normally black would like to play this hane, but then white extends and the stone at k17 is getting weak. Anyways, I'm not sure how is the game now. White, if white gets the lower side, it's pretty big, and black has the left side. So there is a 30 points reverse coming. So because of that, I think black still has some chance. Just normal 4 stones, it's getting really hard for black now. But if you look at the upper left corner, white got a good result. White got a really big corner and also breakout, so black should have done the double hane. And push. This push is not the biggest again. Yeah, now you pushed here, that's also a small move. Still playing on the lower side would be really big, or if you want to defend the left side, but later on the left side you also played a little bit passive, we can check. So now you played here, and I could defend the lower side, but then you defend the left side, I suppose, and I don't know, we should count. So k5, what is k? Yeah, k5 is the move of the game. All the time you should have played. So now I decided before playing k5 I wanted to reduce your left side, and actually by now I could feel we are playing a little bit defensive, so I can play like this. b17, how big is b17? For white or black? b17 is just an endgame move, but if later I played hane and connection, because also there was samaji, I can attach at b14. So b17 is not small, but now the biggest is k5, as we mentioned already. Yeah, maybe the second biggest is somewhere around b17 or in the center. But this one is really passive. I don't know, you should do something now. Also, before extending an n13 you could have cut. Anyway, let's say you have this exchange, and you should try something, because this is your area. So if, for example, you push and I extend, then maybe you can even try this kind of move. Yeah, you are already in BIBA in this stage, but this is so passive. I don't know, I would really like to do something as black, at least this. Even without that move at e9, you should be fine. So it was really too passive. And then I play this, and still this kind of move is also too defensive. You should think about some counter attack now, because if you just play like this, then it's obviously good for white. Yeah, not enough points. Now black has not enough points, so you need to fight now. Even if you die, you have to fight. So like this, it's very hard for black. And this one also, gote. Still, I can play at k5, that's an option, or try to attack. Yeah, even this kind of peep can become dangerous for me if you attack me like this. Yeah, chicken is never good, right? I mean, during the game, being a chicken is not good. E9. D11 is better than... Ah, yeah. Yeah, E9 was really strange. Oh, yeah, D11 is okay. Now you keep your left side at least, yeah. Yeah, it's defensive, and but it's at least black has more points like this on the left side. So yeah, black has like 50 points. I was just trying to count. So if black plays like this and I defend the lower side, I think, yeah, I think it's still a close game, let's say. White is not bad, but yeah, it's okay. If black has 50 points plus the reverse commie, that's 80 points, so that's quite a lot. So 50, 60, 70. Yeah, I think white can win the game, but it's gonna be a close game. It's a good idea, at least D11, but yeah, E9 is strange. And now I think you can block. Why not? You could have blocked. You can connect, no problem. So this Kosumi was also a really bad exchange. I can cut you, and I don't know, this move is also very passive. So after that I just made sure that my group won't die, and then I defended the lower side. Now white is winning already. Black has not enough points. Yeah, but also I got this in center. It's big, so yeah, white is already good. But later, or very soon actually, oh, here you can play Atari and then extend, slightly better, but no big deal. Then I captured, actually you shouldn't block, of course. You should have extended, because this ko is a picnic ko for white. I can't lose anything with this ko. It's only a burden for you. So yeah, you shouldn't block. Well, unless if it's a half point game, or yeah, something like that, and if you can win this ko, you can win the game. Okay, I understand. But now it's a big burden. It's very rare that you can win this kind of ko, so since it's a only burden for you. But also the problem is that N8 is a minus ko threat. Yeah, I thought so. I thought you noticed. And yeah, I gained something. Eventually, if I defended S8, yeah, I could reduce your territory. Only 3 points. Later you have to, if I defend at S8, much later when no liberties, you have to defend one more time, so you lived with 3 points. Yeah, that's a bit painful. Anyways, now I don't really need to win this ko. I just gain something, it's enough. So yeah, if you had answered, you need to find some ko threads. Probably you still have some ko threads, but yeah, anyway, this is just a burden for you, so really hard to play this ko. And then you can live with this group, of course. You lived with this group, but and now you run out of time. But yeah, if you look at the game now, in the lower right corner only 3 points, left side about 3 points, upper left 5 points maybe. So yeah, this is not so good. at the end. You ended up with few points only. You didn't die anywhere, but it's with 30 points reverse commit, it's not enough just to play this passive, so you must attack a bit more or play a bit more active. The only big territory you made is in the upper right corner, but that's not enough, unfortunately. So let's go back to this stage. Yeah, so this, my cut was not that perfect, but so in this moment you could do something more with this Atari, and even just connecting is a better shape. Yeah, not dying, it's good, but actually it's I'm not sure. I think for white it's easier if the opponent is playing passive. White can control the game, so no pressure on white. That's actually easier for white. If you put pressure on your opponent, that's even hard for the stronger opponent, so you need to put more pressure. Yeah, so with this kind of move, yeah, it seems Andy only wanted to live everywhere, which he succeeded, but it's not enough for this kind of game. But anyway, at least he didn't die, so that's good. But need to play a bit more active, okay? And some local fights, like in the lower left corner or Joseki's, you could probably learn some new stuff because you made some mistakes, so it's also good. And remember the upper left also, you should play the double hane. Definitely you should play the double hane. Yeah. Okay, so I think if you have no question, we can finish with this game. And so no big mistake, but some slack moves made it difficult for you to win this game. Yeah, and some Joseki mistakes, kinda, you should avoid. So like, yeah, this in this shape everyone connects here, must connect there. And in the other Joseki, always play the wedge. Yeah. Yeah, so a few Joseki mistakes. And the third, yeah, almost, yeah. So in this one also, push first. And then if you still want to block, then block now. Otherwise block on the other side. So, yeah. Okay, so then I think we can finish. And thank you for the game. And I think I will, yeah, next game I'm gonna play with Joel. So, and Blackie will also play. A few more teaching games are left. So we can meet later in the teaching games. Yeah. Okay, so thank you. Also thank you Fox to join. And thank you for the game, Andy, and see you next time. Bye bye.